It's Monday, June 9th. NBA Finals moseying along. A new quarterback is in the AFC North. Hall of Famer Coco takes the trophy in Roland Garros in the NBA Finals and the coaching search in New York. Mosey's on. It's the Flex Zone Podcast, episode 493. Keeping it G. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, vote on the poll. Let us know your thoughts down below. Another week. Let's start things off on a good foot. What is going on, everybody? More exciting than an episode of Monday Night Raw, than a full weekend of wrestling events in, ironically enough, Los Angeles. It's the Flex Zone Podcast, episode 493. Keeping it G. Only place, fellas, giving you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
Tennis, NBA, and some NFL today. And of course, Goofies with Cravante. Not going to waste any time. God's favorite host. Throw your ones up and acknowledge us. Head to the sports podcast table. Flex Zone on all social media. You guys know the spill. Monday, June 9th, 493. Inch close to 500 episodes. We were live this weekend. We were live for Raw. Check out all the content. Plethora of content on the channel. Breaking down each team's schedule as well. Hit the like button, hit the bell, vote on the poll. And let's kick things off with the social media producer, the man who makes the streams pristine. And of course, if you're talking Raj, you got to bring out the meat, baby. What's going on, Raj?
No bread, no water, just me.
Finish him, Daddy.
That's one big son of a bitch! Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, your boy Big Raj is here, back on the Flex Zone airwaves as always, ready to talk some sports. Ready to talk about this Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers, news that we got over the weekend, of course, and some other things. So buckle up.
The Commandalorian, the voice of reason, one half of the founding fathers of the Flex Zone Podcast, the one, the only Cravante, baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong button. A lot of wrestling this week. A lot of wrestling. Sorry, Cravante. It's an inside joke. We had a lot of flippity-dippity lucha stuff. Found your song. We found it. We had to go across the border. ICE didn't get us. We're back safe.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we? The Commanders.
Come on now, say it with me. Everybody beats the Wiz.
Stupid. Just stupid.
Well, now that's goofy.
Jam. Oh, jam. Oh man. Y'all
Do you want
crazy.
some tacos? Come on. Do you want some tacos?
I didn't know
You
what
want
was
some-
going on.
Yo, Mark is funny for that.
Mark,
bro.
wow, yo.
So when you hear the Mexican music, you just dance.
I didn't know what was going on, yo. But
Ole.
it's good. It feels good to get another Monday rolling. Let's see what's goofy going on in sports, and it's quite a few things to talk about.
The other half of the founding fathers, the great Chesapeake Award winner 7 times over. He is the pride of the East Side, the savior of misbehavior, the Sultan of Suave, Mr. Boston University, Mr. Morgan State University, the phenomenal one, the OTC of the Flex Zone podcast, the one, the only Drizzy Dre.
Acknowledge me. Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf. I love you solo.
The man who makes them fall in love in English and Spanish, Drizzy Dre.
Hey man, what's going on? What's going on, man? Busy weekend as always, but I'm happy and excited to be here. Not as excited about some of the things that happened over the weekend with some sports, so we'll talk about it.
Let's get to it, but we can start with some wonderful things. It's always good to start with the ladies, and most importantly, some black girl magic as Coco Gauff goes over to France, goes over to the French Open, Roland Garros, and wins the French Open. Okay, doesn't like me, but Coco Gauff wins her second major. She won the U.S. Open, now wins the French Open. First American woman to win the French Open since 2015, who was Serena Williams. Dre, she beats world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka, who is great in her own right. I did a short on it. Check it out on the channel. Coco getting it done, Dre. We've been waiting for her to pick it up, and she has taken the baton and run with it now as the new face of tennis, hopefully.
Yes, I'm very excited about the win. Some of the comments from Sablenka, I'm hoping I'm saying her name right.
Sabalenka.
Sabalenka. She was up there talking about she made a bunch of errors. I'm like, come on, girl, you lost. Like, it just is what it
Apparently,
is.
she's a naggy Russian woman. So there you go.
Wow.
She does that a lot. Like, she complains and cries. That's the rumor of the tennis streets, Cavante. I know you don't watch all the tennis, Cavante.
Get ready to complain and cry some more because Coco, girl, that's only the beginning. Keep doing your thing, baby. I saw her today on the Today Show, looking good up there. Go ahead, girl.
Cavante, how you feeling, man? We love beating the Russians, right?
What, man? Come on, baby. Listen, anytime, especially my black brothers and sisters go across the waters to deliver L's, it's always a beautiful thing. It don't have to be the Olympics for this to happen. Okay. I can't wait for my Commanders to go to Spain when it comes up, even though we're not playing against them, but
we'll need the Mexican music, baby. We going to Spain, Cavante. I already see it.
Wait, you going to Barcelona?
Well, virtually, because the Commanders play the
Commanders are going to Spain, not me, but
I thought you
I think they're going to Madrid.
I thought you might have had the passport going and something.
Man, I ain't leaving this country right now.
We'll have tacos. We'll have tacos for everybody.
I think they're going to Madrid, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm sorry,
Byron.
Madrid. You're right.
I think they're going, but
they all speak the same language. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
Look, I love Drizzy Dre. Love him some tacos. Me and my boy LeBron.
I feel like that's. I think this is beautiful. She had her. She had some. She had a rough patch early on in her career, and her being able to overcome it and get to where she is now is a absolutely beautiful thing. It's just we've been spoiled with Serena Williams for so long, and now that Serena is in the twilight. Now here comes Coco, and it's like, this is perfect, and she has the perfect name, Coco. because that's just representing blackity black. You know what I'm saying? So I'm absolutely proud of her, and this is, and like Dre said, this is only the beginning.
Raj?
We got Coco Gauff and we got Coco Jones, man. There's a lot of chocolate out there going on.
A lot of Cocos. But what does it look like? Is that whatchamacallit? The actor?
That is Omar Sy.
Yeah. The actor from Luthen. Oh, I think that's the name. Lubin, something like that. But anyway, yeah, it was a great win. Her second title. Her first one was the U.S. Open in 2023. And yes, Sabalenka or Sabalenka or whatever you want to call her, she was doing a lot of whining, a lot of crying of her losing. But I mean, to be fair, they have played each other, I think, 7 or 8 times. And Sabalenka has beaten her before. So it's not like she hasn't beaten her before. So I'll give her that. But she had to take a lot of ass whoopings to get to where she's at today. You know, she came in at 15. She was a little green, you know, when she started. And as time progresses, she's gotten a little better. She added more to her game. Her body's matured into this position. And her parents were there. Her mom and dad were in attendance and cheering her on. And she just looks totally, you know, like a totally different tennis player from when she first started. So the growth is there. The maturity is there. And she's only 21. So she's got a long career ahead of her. And I think this is a stepping stone for her. She's got the French. She has the U.S. Open. Hopefully she can win Wimbledon this year. If she can get there and get that under her belt, then I think she'll be on her way. But of course, you know, that lady right there, Sabalenka, gonna have something to say about it because she was ranked number 1. She might be number 2 now, but I'm pretty sure they'll be seeing each other again in Wimbledon. So hopefully she's prepared for that. And hopefully after that she'll get the Australian Open. So if she can, you know, complete the trifecta of all 4 of those, you know, tournaments within this year or maybe next year, then yeah, she's well on her way to being like one of the up and rising, you know, tennis players that's going to have a real impact. Hopefully by the time her career is over with. But this is a great accomplishment by her. I'm happy for her. I want to see what she does at Wimbledon this year.
Let's hear from Miss Sabalenka real quick for context from the good people.
Let's say. So basically that's it. I was just making unforced errors. Like, I don't know, I have to check the statistics. I think she won the match not because she played incredible, just because I made all of those mistakes from, like, if you look from the outside, kind of like from an easy balls.
But is it harder because it's the final of the Grand Slam? I mean, these events are so much bigger than
Yeah, that
else.
hurts. I mean, especially when you've been playing really great tennis during the whole week. You know, you've been playing against a lot of tough opponents, Olympic champion Iga, you know, and then you go out and you play really bad. Like, I don't know. I think if Iga would win me another day, I think she would go out today and she would get the win. It just, you know, like, yeah, it just hurts. Honestly, it hurts. Like, been playing really well, and then in the last match, go out there and perform like I did. That's hurt.
There's Miss Sabalenka real quick. As far as the schedule, we have the Wimbledon is June 30th through July 13th, and the U.S. Open is August 25th through September 7th. I'll show the good people out there so you can plan accordingly to see what is coming up in the world of tennis. But once again, I may not be right all the time, guys, but I was right yet again. I told y'all it was going to happen. It happened. It is done. Aaron Rodgers, Raj and D's boy, Duck Dodger. Talk about a self-fulfilling prophecy. Aaron Rodgers ends his career in the AFC North, the division we cover on this show, one of the divisions we cover on this show, with the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Ravens' #1 rival, maybe 1A now, could be the Bengals. He will be their quarterback, $13 million contract, Raj. Duck Dodger is a Steeler. Told you he was coming to Pittsburgh. How do you feel about him in the AFC North, and does this change your perspective of the Steelers? They got your boy Donkey Kong Metcalf, Apparently, they're trying to trade for Jonnu Smith from the Dolphins, tight end. They got Keldon Johnson, the running back. They got some pieces. I mean, what do you think about them now with Aaron Rodgers at the helm at quarterback?
Honestly, I thought they should have kept George Pickens. I mean, I would have kept him just so he could have 2 weapons to throw to. But I mean, they get Jonnu Smith from the Dolphins. That'd be an upgrade. But I still see this team being like number 3 in the division, or at least number 3. I still think the Bengals are a little bit better. I think the Ravens will be the number 1 team in the division, but it does give them a better opportunity to compete as far as having a legitimate quarterback on your squad and having leadership on your squad as well. Plus, he's another year removed from that horrific injury that he faced 2 years ago, the Achilles. So he should be ready, willing and ready to go. But yeah, it's gonna be tough, man, because they're in our division. So it's like, we know how the Steelers are. They can squeeze out 8-9 wins almost every year because Mike Tomlin hasn't had a losing season. And it might be the same thing this year. They might get at least 8 or 9 wins, maybe squeeze into the playoffs. Who knows? But I don't think Aaron is going to put them over the top. I don't see them being a Super Bowl contender unless they make a huge trade, in the middle of the season. Look at Aaron. Look at Aaron's eyes. Look at them eyes. But yeah, I just don't. They're not going to make any, any big noise with Aaron. But it's a good look though. It's a good look for him to see if he still got it, if he still can play. You know what I'm saying? To see if he can add something to their offense. But other than that, they're not going anywhere. They're not better than the Ravens. They're not better than the Bengals. They'll be like number 3 in the division at best, or maybe even number 2 if the Bengals decide to not play defense again this year, which is a huge possibility.
It ain't gonna be a decision. It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
But yeah, it's not better than the Ravens. So there you go.
As Rod said, look at the numbers. He is wearing number 8 again. I know he was injured. I know I've been as hard as anybody on him, but the brother is a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's going to be top 5 maybe when it's all said and done. Look at the numbers compared to Josh Allen. He was not that bad. I know the Jets stink. Shout out to our good friends, our Jets friends, and, everybody, Tyson and the crew up there, Jets Talk Radio. They're not, their problem wasn't offense, I don't think. Their problem wasn't offense, in my opinion. But real quick, I'm going to pull up the schedule. I broke it down, obviously, so I kind of know all these teams' schedule. But they do play all of Aaron Rodgers' former teams. They go to New York week 1, which I think the Jets will win. Take that to the bank. Jets will start 1-0. They play Minnesota. Remember, Minnesota, Cavante, was in on the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes. They're going to go with J.J. McCarthy, who I know it's OTAs. The boy looks good from what I'm hearing. They also play Green Bay.
Got to.
They play Green Bay. And then he plays Joe Burrow for only the second time, as I put up. They play Buffalo. They play, of course, the Ravens twice. Play the Browns. Play the who else do they play? Go to Miami. He goes to Chicago. Cravante, he owns the Bears. He goes to Chicago. So it just works out perfectly. And he even goes to LA and play the Chargers. So it works out perfect. Let me bring the schedule up, Cravante. What do you think? I've been only saying it for a couple months, but how you feel?
You hit the nail on the head. Now I figured this would happen because Aaron Rodgers didn't have much of a market. It was the Steelers, and that was it. And at this point, I feel like the Steelers. This was like the Steelers' third choice was Aaron Rodgers. So it's like this is like watching a train wreck about to happen. I think that's what we're about to witness. I don't think Aaron Rodgers moves the needle. I think he's entered in the twilight of his career. Probably post that his last injury was probably him entering the twilight of his career, and he still can throw, but as far as all that moving, he's turned into a statue. He doesn't have the mobility like he has anymore. Wow, Mark. Wow. He doesn't have the mobility much anymore, and y'all know what's gonna happen when things go south a little bit. He's a finger pointer. He's not one to take accountability for anything that goes wrong. So not really the guy you want leading your team. And gosh, Mike Tomlin, I want him to get a quarterback so bad, man. It's like that. That's the post. Well, I will say post Ben Roethlisberger. That's just escaped him, and it shows when as we get deep into the playoffs and try to get playoff positioning or even make the playoffs. Your quarterback play is going to separate you from the rest. Cream always rises to the crop, and the elite level quarterbacks always rise to the top. And as long as the Pittsburgh Steelers do not have at least a average to above average quarterback, they're not going to make any legitimate championship noise. They'll probably make 8-9 wins. Well, shooting, it's got to be 9 now, Raj, because 17 now it's got to be 9 now. But that's average. That's not the Pittsburgh Steelers, but it is what it is. I think this is very goofy. This is going to be newsflash goofy, quite goofy. But we'll see what happens. How much money he's stealing?
It is
I think it's 11.6 million.
So he gets 13.65 base, 10 fully guaranteed, 5.85 million in incentives, 70% playtime, 1.5 million for MVP, 4.35 million for playoffs. So it could be upwards of close to 20.
He might get that, or at least close to it.
That schedule's tough, man. That schedule's
No
not easy. I know I broke it down. I don't even think I got them getting 9 guys. I know Tomlin gets 500 every year, but isn't that streak going to die one of these years?
I'm not going against Tomlin's streak.
I don't know, man. I think that schedule's tough.
They play in the AFC North, so
yeah, their schedule's tough. I mean, he's not even the third best quarterback in that division. Then when you look at the Steelers, the quarterbacks
we can pull up the schedule. Let's play the game. We can play the game, and y'all can chime in at home, and we can play. Let's play America's favorite game show.
Oh boy!
Guess what race it is? That's the one.
Oh no! Guess their schedule, wins and losses with this. There we go. Let's put on the music. Let's do that.
Oh, there's music.
Window. Yeah. Oh, there's music, Fonte. There's always music. There you go. You know what song we get. All right, guys, let's do this. Week 1, I'm already on record. We will have this in writing. I do have an app, guys. Real quick, peek behind the curtain. Things that are coming soon. There is an app that keeps track of all of our picks, so everybody can join. Not just us here on this panel, but like we did with March Madness, like we did with the NBA playoffs. You can join. It is free. You can pick the games with us. Pick against Raj. Pick against Dre. Pick against, I think, the man with the most. Speaking of trophies and championships, the one and only Picks champion, the OTC of the PIC, Cravante Baby. You can see if you can beat Cravante. And we may even do some prizes, something fun, something that the people will love to see, because we all know we love the NFL picks. You may not like the March Madness, you may not like the NBA playoffs, but everybody likes picking NFL games on Sunday. But we'll get to that, details still to come, but look for that coming soon. But Week 1 at New York, I think they lose. I'm already on record. I think they just beat them. I think Justin Fields plays the game of his life, Cravante. You guys can chime in.
Listen. Aaron Rodgers messed up the get to know you, the team portion of it. You wasted all this time. So it's gonna be shaky week 1. Definitely gonna be shaky. So they could get got in week 1.
I think the Steelers are gonna win week 1.
Okay. Then they got Seattle.
They're losing. It's in New York. They're losing, Raj.
And they losing the next game too.
Hey, Cravante, I was with you. I was getting ready. Look, I thought we were doing it one game at a time. You jumping, but yeah.
I think they lose the next game too.
I think they lose that game. They gonna.
And y'all know at New England ain't gonna be no cakewalk, because I think New England might be a playoff team.
They losing to New England, and they gonna lose to Minnesota.
God, they go 0-4.
0-4, man. Stop.
All right, let's rethink this. I don't think they go
0-4. Bro, look at it.
They're gonna try to fire
Tomlin. You expect them to go to New York with Justin Fields at quarterback, and win that game?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I do.
Then they got to face Seattle. Don't forget, Seattle's actually a pretty decent team.
They're okay.
Now they might.
All right.
It's because Seattle.
Now
is
they
coming-
might beat Seattle.
Seattle's coming to
but-
them, so it's west to east.
But I got Seattle winning that. Like Byron said,
And DK Metcalf will go crazy against his former team.
New England's going to be a lot better this year.
I got them losing to New England though. I do agree with that.
Yikes!
And then they got to take on Minnesota.
They're gonna lose that.
They can't score with Minnesota. They can't score.
1-3. They're going 1-3.
Justin Jefferson might get 300 yards receiving.
They're going 2-2.
I got 0-4 heading into the bye week, and then they're going to rethink this whole thing.
And y'all know every year Cleveland beats them at least once every year, no matter how bad Cleveland is.
And that's not
they get one.
That's
and
not
I think Shador starting by week 6 too, so they might see Shador.
They're going 2-2.
Okay.
So,
them going 2-2 is probably more realistic, but because 0-4, Mike, they're gonna try to fire Mike Tomlin.
But then,
they've been trying to fire Mike Tomlin every year.
At Cincinnati versus Green Bay.
But 0-4 would be like, all right, kind of warranted. All the other stuff wasn't.
No.
LA.
Even if he had a down year, I don't even care if he went 0-4. That man deserves to actually be okay, like have a down year. Like, bro, you've taken garbage at the quarterback position every year to the playoffs. No, that they shouldn't even think about firing him if that's the case. It should be like, what's up with your front office, if anything?
Green Bay.
Y'all want to use the black man as a scapegoat? No,
they got to go to Chicago.
I think that'd be better for him. I think he needs to change the scenery too. Things getting kind of stale in Pittsburgh.
He just needs to learn offense. But they'll beat Cleveland.
It's too late, man.
Yeah, they'll beat Cleveland. So that's 3-2. They'll lose this in Cincinnati. That's 3-3. They'll beat Green Bay. They'll be 4-3. They'll beat Indianapolis. That'll be 5-3. They'll lose to the Chargers. That'll be 6-4. Cincinnati again, they'll probably lose to, so it'll be 6-5. They'll beat Chicago's 7-5.
They're gonna lose to Chicago.
Buffalo.
Chicago
Lose to Baltimore. Beat Miami. Lose to Detroit.
Lose at Cleveland. Shador's going to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's another.
No, that's why I said after the bye week. I think that's.
I'm telling you, they're gonna be like 9. They're gonna get 9 wins, man.
You want another hot take? Shador will beat the Steelers in week 17 as quarterback.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't think that's a hot
I'm
take.
cool with
I think
it.
we all know that he's
gonna get 9 wins. They get 9 wins.
Oh, well, shit. I'd have guessed that no matter who the quarterback was.
I said 8.
They get 9. They get 9.
We'll see.
I say about 7.
Because they're gonna beat a team that you ain't gonna expect them to beat.
They're gonna lose to a team that you don't expect.
Like we find ways to give them the game.
Matter of fact, pull it back up. I'll tell you exactly what they.
Go ahead.
We always give the Steelers a game, most of the damn time.
Not this past year.
Sometimes 2 years. Sometimes 2 games.
Okay, what I said. I said they're gonna lose their first 4. They're gonna beat Cleveland.
Hey, bro, them tickets.
They'll lose to Cincinnati, so that's 5. They'll beat Green Bay.
$799.
They'll beat Indianapolis. They'll lose.
I'm not going to that game. No.
No way. No how.
They'll lose to Cincinnati again. They're gonna lose to Chicago. They're gonna lose to Buffalo. Gonna lose to Baltimore.
Damn.
They're gonna probably beat Miami on some weird shit, and then they're gonna lose to Detroit. So maybe about 5, maybe 6 wins.
Yo, they're definitely firing Mike Tomlin.
Dre, if that happens, I wouldn't be surprised. I said 8 because I think they can get 8 because of Tomlin. But if they win, if it goes bad, it could go bad. And remember, they got a lot of old guys on defense. They're good, but they're old. So we slide the Ravens, but the Ravens always get youth up in there on defense, especially, and they get some guys.
Not the Steelers. And a lot of this, they want to blame it on Tomlin, but honestly, they need to look at their front office because there's no way that they shouldn't have gotten.
Bro, they passed on Shador, Dre. But why would you pass on Shador 3 times?
Because they don't.
But I'll be honest. Either one or 2 things. Either they trying to tank for next season so that way they can get a quarterback finally.
But they're not going to be the worst team to get a quarterback.
They're not going to be bad enough.
Look, I agree.
They're going to be worse than the Saints.
Nope.
They're going to be worse than the Colts with Daniel Jones probably the starter.
I can't wait. Ooh, it's going to be so fun.
Jacksonville.
They're going to be worse than the Giants.
They're going to be on that list.
Giants is crazy. Giants and Saints are probably going to be the worst 2 teams.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing teams. We don't know, but I'm just throwing what I think is going to happen.
Yep.
And Dre, you could be right. They could only win 5 or 6 because what if Aaron Rodgers does not play? What if he takes another step back? What if DK gets hurt? I mean, there are a lot of things that can happen that we don't know about.
Man, this team just seems like it's ready to implode. Like something Aaron Rodgers is going to do or something DK is going to do.
It's
And
going
it's
to be
just like,
Well, what Rod
be at a
said,
press
they should have kept Pickens, get Rodgers, go all in, and then if you let it happen, because remember after this year they got to pay T.J. Watt, they got Cam Hayward, they got all these guys they got to pay. So what is going to happen? They just pay DK.
and you just let go of your 1,000-yard rusher for the past 3 seasons in Najee Harris. Just stupid.
Mark, it's going to be a long season, but video coming soon, so we'll see. Aaron Rodgers is a Steeler. They got a lot of primetime games, so you'll see them against the big wigs, the matchups that we still can get. And I'm sure, like Cravante said, he'll be doing his McAfee appearances and blaming someone else, but
pointing that finger, and Mike Tomlin going to have to try to hold it together during the press conference.
hopefully, like Dre said, they don't fire Tomlin. I don't think Harbaugh or Tomlin should be fired, even if they have down years.
Look, I'll be honest with you too. The Ravens, we not too far behind from the Pittsburgh Steelers because if we didn't luck up with Ozzie reaching back to get Lamar Jackson, we'd be in the same position too for searching for a quarterback. So we lucked up.
We would still have Flacco.
Last week, bombshell dropped in the NBA. Let us know how y'all feel about Aaron Rodgers.
Fluco.
Be respectful.
The fired Tom Thibodeau did, everybody. He is gone. I think he got this message. Hold on, let me see if I can.
That should be the Goofy of the Week.
Let's see if I can find it. There we go. Yep, there it is. Oh, okay.
Yeah!
Winnie Mac. Okay.
Yes, Tom Thibodeau has been relieved of his duties, as they like to say. Apparently, the Knicks are trying to get Jason Kidd, but Jason Kidd said he's not interested.
Whoa.
I don't really know who is out there, and I'm going to ask you guys because I don't know. Dre, you want to lead off?
Well, rumor has it they were trying to go after Eric Spoelstra at one time.
No.
And that's not, and hence why Miami gave him the extension. But yeah, they were really trying to go after Eric Spoelstra. So that's one coach right there. Like you said, Jason Kidd. I mean, come on, he just took Dallas to the NBA Finals not too long ago. Why are you trying to get Jason Kidd? Like,
Mike,
what are we doing?
What about Malone?
Oh, I heard he is on the list. I've heard.
Listen, I gotta say, if J Kidd,
Budenholzer's on the list.
Well, where does Greek Freak go?
I don't know.
So they're saying that might be part of why they fired Thibodeau.
But also, that also makes sense for them trying to get Jason Kidd. Because, Jason Kidd was part of the transformation of what we see the Greek Freak today.
Yes, he helped him. He was in the gym with him while he was gaining all of his muscles and jumping moves. But my thing is this. There's one coach that's out there that should have already had a damn NBA coaching job. And that's Mark Jackson, a former New York Knick.
Hey,
oh, dang, get him.
But the league ain't going to break welcome him back, Raj.
Oh man.
Well, Dre, I don't want to pull on Superman's cape, but I gotta see you smile, brother, because this is courtesy of Chris Haynes. It's earlier today. I don't know how legit it is, but I'm gonna let you read that. This is according to Chris Haynes. There you go. Mr. Roger.
Yo, I'm telling you now, if we get him with Luka and then LeBron's on his way out, boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, boy, can you imagine that? Who's going to stop that? Then you get a bit.
I will literally fall out this damn chair if they find a way to trade for Giannis.
Right. What Uncle Say do? That's what I've been saying all year.
Right now,
you can book this. If they get him.
First of all, and LeBron needs another superstar.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
He needs everyone.
So wait a minute. Why is it an issue with LeBron needing help? Didn't Jesus have 12 disciples? This is biblical, brother. Everybody needs help.
Well, let me.
No, it's not just help. It's superstar. Top tier help after he already got one and traded one and got another one.
Pardon my French, because it says nothing to do with Jesus. But that nigga don't need no more help, really. Okay, he don't. But if he want to come here, come, baby. I don't give a damn. Come, please. We need you as a staff, organization, and mother.
And as a crew.
We need you, Giannis. Please become a Laker, please.
That's funny.
So yes, if he wants to come, I'm happy for. I'm all for.
Man, if he joins the Lakers, bro, oh my gosh.
We got mock trades for Giannis already going out. Cavante, how do you feel about this? Do you have any name you want? Like I said, Mike Malone. I mean, who is going to be the guy, and what do you do with this roster? Because are you banging every? Why not just go get KD? It's going to cost you less. You don't have to give up your whole team. You can keep Cat. And you can just go do what you need to do. Maybe make a move in the draft. Go get one of them young killers that's in the draft this year. You can finagle.
I'm just saying, we also have to think about New York as a town. Who can go up in there and deal with Dolan, deal with the mecca of basketball, and deal with Madison Square Garden and the media that comes with that? Jason Kidd was the first one that came to mind. And also because of trying to get Giannis as well. But I think Mike Malone has something to, I think he may have a chip on his shoulder. So I'm going to roll Mike Malone. I would love to see Jason Kidd because I think Jason Kidd has the personality to deal with New York. But I like that. I like this. This is what I like. I think this is the best case scenario for the Knicks. But
no Cat. You want Cat gone? I want to keep Cat. I want to keep Cat.
Oh man,
I honestly, yeah, because that just sounds like dysfunction. If you keep doing that, like, yeah, keep Cat.
Oh, keep Julius Randle. You said
should have kept Julius Randle.
I agree. They should have just kept Julius for all that. But at this point,
I don't.
You got what you got.
Cat doesn't. Cat doesn't do it for me.
No, but I mean, Cavante, how many times you gonna move? Like, I mean, you had Julius Randle, got him out. You got Cat. Now you talking about getting him out. How many times you gonna keep like doing this? So no.
I mean, to be honest with you,
I'm trying to build the best team, and if he ain't it, he ain't it.
The Knicks don't have any like draft picks like that. They gave them all
exactly.
Up. So
they wasted on Mikal Bridges.
They gotta take minor. They gotta take minor moves at this point because I don't think. I mean, they can't really give up draft picks for Giannis because they don't have it unless they give up Cat and somebody else. And you can't lose too many more pieces. You already lost DiVincenzo, Julius Randle for Cat, and like what 4 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. So and now they lost their head coach, so they got to find another one of those.
Another one of those.
I mean, I don't know what they're doing at this point. So
I don't get it either.
Keep Cat. Pray that you can get KD, and pray that you get a legit head coach to come coach this team. That's your best bet.
But for New York, they'll get something done.
And remember, guys, Jason Tatum is hurt again next year, so the East is going to be Indiana and New York again. I mean,
wide open. But hold up. But beware. The Detroit Pistons are coming.
I like Detroit.
He might be a whole lot better next year.
Now that's the team.
Don't forget, hey, Raj, I throw this too. A healthy Orlando team.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of young guns over there too.
I agree.
But I love Detroit. They remind me of like old school basketball. Like they're young, but they tough. You know,
they play the Knicks hard too. So
yeah, but I've said it before. The NBA and basketball is better when the Knicks and the Pistons are good.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget my Lakers too.
It's just too bad our Wizards can never be good because we can't seem to tank right. and never really. So
well, it's not built. And the one thing the NBA got right, if you want to prevent tanking, the method they have works perfectly. Because tanking don't mean a damn thing.
Well, we'll see what happens because NBA free agency, we're one day closer because the NBA Finals, Cavante, are tied up at 1-1. Game 3 on Wednesday. The Thunder come alive in Game 2. They had the lead in Game 1, but then with the Halliburton happened, and he had the game winner with 3 left. How do you feel about this series now, Cravante? I think personally, Indiana needs to win the next 2 games to have a shot. You still rolling with OKC in what, 5, 6? Well, how you feeling?
My originally I said OKC in 5, and now it might actually be it might actually be 6. I'm not sure if OKC is going to win the next 3 outright. I'm not saying they can't, but I don't know if they're going to just win the straight 3. I think the Pacers are going to get one at home. I think they're going to get at least one at home, which will turn into 6, which I believe Rod said 6. 7. Okay, well 7. But I still like, even though the Pacers did what they have to do, because being the underdogs, you gotta play with a different type of intensity. Like the Pacers needed to win that first game. You know what I'm saying? Like that, just so things don't be lopsided. And now it's like, all right, you didn't hit OKC necessarily in the mouth, but you won the round. And as the underdog, that's all you can hope for at this point. And I think OKC is probably still gonna win. They're probably gonna win the next 3 out of 4. So I'll probably say OKC in 6, but goddamn Halliburton, man, overrated. Overrated. Them calling that boy overrated was the best thing that could have happened for the basketball right about now, man. Because what he's having like a Kawhi Leonard type of run a little bit, but my God, what he's done to these teams in the East and still in game 1 on the road is tough, man. Absolutely tough. But I think the Pacers have one more win in them. I think they have one more win in them. So I'll say OKC in 6 now.
Man, they have the potential to still win the series. I think when it comes to the Pacers, we've seen them. You got to win a game on the road, which they were able to do game 1, and they were able to come back. I think that, of course, the Thunder just shot a lot better than what they did in game 2, but
played better defense too.
You know, what they said that neither of these teams have lost back-to-back games since the All-Star break. So it might, like Rod said, it might just go to 7. But I said OKC in 6, so I'm sticking to the courage of my convictions. I think that you'll have the Pacers win the next game, and then I could see the Thunder start winning some more games after that.
I still got it in 7. I still think OKC is going to beat them in 7, but I see Indiana at least winning maybe game 3 or 4. They're going to at least win one of these games. And then I think OKC is going to take 5. Pacers going to take 6. We're going to get an epic game 7 where OKC takes it. But it doesn't surprise me at this point. Indiana just knows how to play when they need to play. They find ways to come back a lot. Didn't work the last game, but they just went there to get one game, and they got that one game.
And they mission accomplished.
Yeah,
as the underdog, mission accomplished. I don't care what happened in game 2.
Exactly.
Mission accomplished.
So, like I said, these teams are even, in my opinion. They're evenly matched. OKC has a better defense and maybe have better, superstars. But I like the grit of Indiana, man. It's just something about that team that they're never really out of anything. They're just hanging around or doing something that's going to, generate a run or a couple of big shots here and there. And that's a very scrappy team. So I think they'll win the game at home. Maybe they might win 2. You never know.
Ooh, you turn
2 is going to be OKC in
2. Oh my gosh!
But
Vegas will turn upside down.
At least win one game at home. But it's going to be epic, man. I think it's only going to get ratcheted up even more because they took OKC's best shot after beating them in game 1. They took their best shot in game 2. So let's see what the champion Rick Carlisle does to offset this. So it's gonna be good though. It's gonna be a good game 3, and I think it's still gonna go 7.
The Pacers, if the Pacers win the next 2 games, Vegas will turn upside down.
Oh, Halliburton gonna be on a whole nother level.
He got to.
as far as his look, as far as his his shot, as far as everything. You know, the white women really gonna come to him.
Oh God. But
So
I think OKC has the edge. Excuse me, and defensively, because my gosh, when they turn it up, the defensively, it shows. It absolutely shows, because we know Indiana likes to run. They like to run. They like to get up and down. You slow them down to half court, things get a little trickier for the Pacers. But OKC has the edge defensively and in stardom. But God damn it, that battle tested is Indiana for sure. Because honestly, OKC, they had a minor hiccup. They had a hiccup with the Nuggets, but other than that, it's like
it took them to beat them in 7 games too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I didn't think it should have. I didn't think it should have. It shouldn't have took that many games. But the Pacers was fighting folk. They everything they got, they earned for sure. Like, they deserve to be here. Like, let's not get that twisted. But the SGA is the MVP, and he absolutely showed up when his team needed him. Now let's go on the road and see what they do.
Yep.
Game 3. Go ahead, Jerry.
Like I said, I think it still could be Oklahoma in 5. Max will be 6. But Oklahoma, I just feel like they just got the star power, the MVP, and he just seems like a man on a mission. The Pacers, could they do it? But they just don't. They seem like they're missing something when it comes to this series. So bottom line is, I'm just going to pick Oklahoma, but it wouldn't surprise me if it win about 6 or 7.
We shall see. Game 3 is on Wednesday. We'll be live watching that and something else that comes on Wednesdays. But show that will not be named, but we'll be here. Wednesday is game 3. Then Friday, game 4. So Friday night fun on this coming week. Cravante, you ready to get goofy? Because I think we are ready to get goofy, my guy.
Let's do it.
It's time for Cravante's Goofies of the Week.
Gosh, something wrong here.
Stupid. Just stupid. Well, now that's goofy. Jam. Oh, jam. Welcome, good people, to Goofies of the Week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time to let me tell the good people what I thought was goofy this week. And you know, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Well, wait, one more thing. Y'all know we deal with many different levels of goofiness, high, low, in between. Talk about sports. We talk about regular entertainment. We talk about a little bit of everything when it comes to goofies, but for the most part, it's usually sports related. And I have one, and this one has been brewing for quite some time. Something that Byron said, a long time ago. They said it was gonna happen, and I feel like we all pretty much agreed. It just like, it's June. Like, why did it take so long? I hate to say it. I want more for this organization because of who the head coach is. And that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers is a cornerstone franchise in the NFL. And the fact that they have, and it should be applauded, and we applaud it every year, that Omar Epps, aka Mike Tomlin, finds a way to have a winning record every year. And that is very tough because, he has been quarterback deficient for, post Ben Roethlisberger. But for the Steelers to be, for what they mean to the NFL, they should be more competitive. And when we talk about the top teams at AFC, even though they go toe to toe with the Ravens, more often than not, but we talk about the top teams, it takes a while for us to get down in Pittsburgh, even in their own division. And The fact that they stooped this low, in my opinion, that they stooped this low and were so quarterback deficient that they picked up Aaron Rodgers. The same Aaron Rodgers that was let go from Green Bay, traded away, let go by New York. The finger pointer, the narcissist, the diva, the one who does not take accountability for anything that goes wrong. You know, the main intangible thing you want from a quarterback, he does not possess. Now, not taken away from his talent, because I believe Byron said it earlier, he's a for sure Hall of Famer, maybe possibly, you know, top 5 when it's all said and done. But he does not possess the intangibles you want to have as a quarterback. And Mike Tomlin has been without a quarterback for so long. I don't even think it matters to him who the quarterback is. He knows, however he will get the most out of him. But I don't want that for him. And I hated that Pittsburgh went down this road and got in bed essentially with Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers did not move the needle. I think the Steelers are still the 3rd best team in their division. Aaron Rodgers is not better than Joe Burrow. Aaron Rodgers is not better than Lamar Jackson. But Aaron Rodgers, he's probably in the same ballpark as a Joe Flacco now in his career. Maybe. I'm sure Dre will probably disagree, but he's not great. He's not moving the needle. And I think the Steelers are going to end up being that same old 8-9 mid-tier team, and they deserve better. But part of the reason why they haven't gotten better is because they've gotten in their own way. Mike Tomlin does not know offense, and he's not good at bringing in offensive pieces or offensive guys that could properly teach offense. He just doesn't have and doesn't possess it. And I think it's going to come to a point where, you know what, they've been doing this song and dance so long that it's probably time to just go. And I think it would be better for Mike Tomlin to just go and get a change of scenery. He won't have trouble finding a job. The Steelers aren't the end all be all. And I think Mike Tomlin will have a better will have a better coaching career post Pittsburgh than the latter, with Pittsburgh getting better. But I hated that the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this is the goofy part, is that they got in bed with Aaron Rodgers, who's in the twilight of his career. So the best parts of him, the part that you would possibly overlook, because Aaron Rodgers is so good, he no longer possesses it. So now he's not him anymore. He's not. And it's okay. And it's cool. But I just hated that he had to be attached to Mike Tomlin for the end of his career. And somehow, some way, another goofy part, Mike Tomlin is going to get the blame for this. But it is what it is. Y'all know my line. There's a thin line between goofy and great. And I just think the Pittsburgh Steelers getting in bed with Aaron Rodgers on the wrong end of it. We got to do better. Got to do better.
Oh, I'm sorry. There you
Oh, gosh, something wrong here.
Stupid. Just stupid.
Well, now that's goofy.
Jam. Oh, jam.
Cravante, thank you for that goofy of the week. I think, Dre, that's pretty much all we got, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Episode 493 in the books. We're inching closer to 500 episodes, Drizzy Dre.
Yeah.
Anything that people can expect, or
Hey, stay tuned. That's all I tell the people. Stay tuned, y'all.
executive producer, one half of the founding fathers, Drizzy Dre, the OTC, the other half of the founding fathers, Cravante, Bebe, the Commandalorian. We're inching closer to NFL football, my guy.
Amen. Amen. We here, man. We just here. I'm so excited. For 500. It's coming in July. I think it's probably gonna be the end of July if we want to stay through. Right around Dre's birthday, between Dre's birthday and my birthday. Raj, all up in there somewhere. So it's gonna be something.
So we outside.
You stay outside.
Me and Raj, you're right. Talking about this off air. Raj, we do one thing. We're not doing all this hopping along. That you the only one that's still young. You the only one that's still young here. Okay, because we picking one thing, and that's it. All right, one thing a day, yo.
There you go. That's the spirit.
Big Raj, the social media producer, man who makes the streams pristine. What's up, man?
Hey, man, if you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you're not new to the channel, just hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? And tell a friend and tell another friend. Mark, tell a couple more people that you know, of course. But yes, we got more videos coming, of course. We have more of the schedule releases from NFL teams. So check that out. Nick Chubb just signed a $2.5 million deal with the
man. That's a sneaky good move, man. I'm telling you.
And Jair Alexander got cut as well today. Cravante.
Yeah, man. I'm hearing y'all. He's on y'all list. I mean, he's on the list. I mean, y'all are on his list, I guess.
Yeah, I think somebody got hurt today, right, Raj? Bo Braid?
Yeah, Bo Braid got hurt. He wants to come here because Lamar asked him to, but we don't know just yet. But we'll see. But yeah, hit the like and subscribe button. Check us out. More content on the way. Plenty of content already on the channel. So if you're not new to it, check it out.
Yes, appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be live tomorrow for NXT. As Rod said, we do have the schedule releases. We are pretty much winding down. We're getting through most of those. So your favorite team, if we didn't get to them yet, we will get to them. I promise. Shout out to Raj on the social media. Wednesday, we got AEW Dynamite. And we got the finals game 3. SmackDown on Friday. And thankfully, no wrestling this weekend. So we will be here to talk about it each and every step of the way. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, throw your ones up, and acknowledge the head of the sports podcast table. The Flex Zone Podcast, only place giving you sports how you want it, fellas.
When you need it.
For Dre, for Cravante, and Raj, yours truly, God's favorite host. Big shout out to Mark. Miss Queen was in the building. Oh, what else we got?
D was on the other stream.
Yeah. D was here earlier. Everybody in the chat, thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. We'll see you tomorrow. Putting the kids to bed. And we gone, y'all. Thank you for watching. Peace.